Hey everyone, welcome to our first version of Ram News Staff Takeover. We've been talking to each other and we just miss our kids and our coworkers so much. We thought this would be a great way to interact with you. So Kyle, Misty, and I will be tuning in a couple times a week to give you some information as it comes available to us. And we hope to hear from you guys as well so that we know what you want to know from us.
Okay, so friends, how can you get involved? You can ask questions. You can leave a message on our Facebook post. You can email either Kyle, Emily, or I with your questions, and we can keep your questions anonymous if you'd like. And to do these videos and share them 2 to 3 times a week. But you have to let us know what you'd like to hear from us.
There is a lot of things that are uncertain right now. There's a lot of questions that a lot of you guys have. I feel bad telling you guys that we don't know. And you might hear that from Mr. Gordon, our first guest, but we're just going to keep on talking about this stuff and answering it the best that we can. I know just in this week as we were prepping to start doing this, I think there was one rule that we were looking at that changed 3 times this week. So things are changing. Mr. Christensen is doing his best to keep the information out when he hears about it. So stick with us on a lot of this stuff. So we are, I kind of already spoiled it with our guest. Our first guest ever is our activities director, Mr. Gordon. Welcome to our show.
Thanks. Great to be here.
We do have 4 questions for you, 4 really, really difficult questions. If you answer them well, we will. We're going to give you 2 rolls of toilet for being a guest, but you have to answer these really, really well in order to get that. And we have to wait until social distancing is over to.
Well, before I throw my whole heart into this, is that 2-ply or 1-ply? I got to know what I'm dealing with.
This is cotton now.
Okay. All worth it at this point.
This is a good quality. I'm sure, Mr. Gordon, you have been getting a lot of questions from people. You've been really good at getting stuff out for coaches and staff as far as where we sit with things. What do you like the most important information that you need to get out today?
Well, I think states have, the state organizations have now given us the dates for spring contests. Today, this is a Friday. They just released summer sport dates. So what that gives us is target dates. And I think it's important that, we just keep working. That's really all we can do. Things look different as far as training, trying to just get a workout in. You got to just be creative. But those dates give us something to shoot for. And I think it's important right now that we have a target, we have a goal. And right now that goal is to walk into the school on May 1st and have some things in place. I've been working on schedules. The schedules are about done for springtime. Start working on some here shortly, but the springtime is about done. Of course, it's adjusted, pushed back and everything. But I think that it's just important to keep working. And the other thing I think that's just important is just to all kind of live with some grace and appreciation for what leaders are doing, whether it be at the national, state, or our local level. Our leaders, Mr. Christensen, is working his tail off. This is unprecedented for everybody. It's uncertain. We know that, and it's okay. We don't have to apologize for really not knowing all the answers. We've got questions too, but I think it's important that we just respect the ones who are making the decisions, and we all kind of play our part to kind of pitch in and just help. Like that, our slogan all year has been together, and that doesn't change now. It's probably more important than ever that we are together and trying to do things the Ram way and getting through this.
That actually leads really, really well into my second question, and that is, what are you looking forward to the most when we get back to whatever normal is?
Seeing people. Just being able to air high five, you know, we probably won't be shaking hands or hugging and things like that right away, but just, boy, the springtime is such a busy time in the athletic world and the activities world, with contests and concerts and, you know, different things that go on. I want to see the kids and I want to see our coaches and teachers again. Just can't wait for that day.
Hopefully sooner than later.
For sure.
Kind of a fun question, but what's the most fun you've had since we've went into this social distancing thing?
Well, my wife is pushing me to exercise with her every morning, and boy, she's pushing me. But it's been good. We just finished our 3rd straight week, so we've been doing that. I'm feeling good, getting some activity in. The other thing that's been fun is we started playing cribbage, and we play cribbage close to every night. Beat me yet, but she's getting closer. But you know, just again, I think you take advantage of the time you have to do some things that you probably wouldn't do otherwise. And the challenge will be these activities that we've started to do now, the family time, things like that, playing cribbage for us. You know, finding time to do that when life returns back to normal. I do think it's going to be a new normal. I don't think it'll ever return the way it was before this all happened. And we're going to have to adjust, and we're going to have to work through that. But right now, we're just enjoying being together. The thing we miss the most is probably hugging our grandkids and being able to see our kids. But, you know, you make the best of it and find some new things to do.
That's really well put. And, you know, just because our new normal is going to be different doesn't mean that it can't be a good normal. And maybe better. I'm a big one on that. Everybody that knows me knows that I like to put a positive spin on things, and you know, all of us have had different time to think about things through this whole thing. So I guess the last one, just to wrap it up, I know that you're putting out information as much as you can. As soon as you hear it, you're getting it out. Things are constantly changing. I really like that they put the dates out there for get May. I know that there's a lot of track. I got groceries the other day, and a soccer kid stopped me and asked me. So I really appreciate you putting all that information out there. If they have questions, how best to reach out to you?
Probably the best way is my email, gordont@greencountycsd.net. It's in front of me all the time now, just like normal. They could also send a message through any of our social media as well, you know, private message, direct message on Twitter, private message on Facebook. Although the Facebook private message, I don't see that quite as much. Twitter, I see all the time. But the email would be the best way to get a hold of me for sure.
And I want kids to know that, or parents, that a lot of times they have questions. Other kids probably have the same questions as well. So ask them. That was one of the whole points of having this video, is that, you know, one kid asks us a question, more than likely 50 to 100 other kids are thinking the same exact question. So if we can answer one kid, I'd like to get all those questions out there. So thank you for being a person on our, a visitor on our, whatever you call us. It's not a podcast. I don't even know. We never even really said what this is. So our Zoom.
Our video message. Yeah, it's great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Before you leave, we have the Ram question of the day. Let's go back to our Ram news. And the question of the day is, what are you watching on Netflix?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Oh, man. Well, I got to say that I am probably less intelligent than I was 2 weeks ago, because I did watch that Tiger King thing. But I couldn't quit. I mean, it was just, it's the old train wreck concept. You just can't turn away. And, you know, really we caught up on Ozark. We watched all of that season when that came out. We finished that in about 4 days, I think. Less time than my neighbor down the street, Chad Morton. He finished it a little quicker than I did, I believe. But we're kind of all over. We've got some stuff on Hulu that we're watching. I'm watching some stuff on Epix. On Netflix, particular, we watch The Blacklist. We're kind of catching up on that. That's an NBC series. We're kind of through the first season of that, and got a lot of that to go. We just kind of hit one or two of those every other day or something.
Thank you, Todd. Okay, everyone who's listening, we just want to give you a few reminders. The lunch program is happening Monday through Friday, so make sure that you check your locations and utilize that program. It's available every day for all of our students. That's a great way to make sure that you get fed and keep up with school lunch. Also, make sure that you're checking on the educational resource page on the school website. There's all sorts of optional activities that you can check on there, and there will be new things for you to see coming out on Monday as we transition with some things. So check back on those things, and please get a hold of us. Let us know what you want to hear from us on our little show. We welcome new guests, and we want to hear what you're doing, and we can't wait to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.